A quick disclosure, I earn a commission if you click the link in the description of this video and form your LLC with Busy. So, you're ready to start an LLC in Montana. I'm here to walk you through the entire process. I'll cover the necessary steps and everything you need to know to set up your Montana LLC. And guess what? It can be done in just a few minutes. Plus, I'll share some helpful insights and tips to help you avoid common mistakes and unnecessary fees. Starting an LLC in Montana is easier than you might think. You'll get asset protection, tax benefits, and more credibility for your business. I'll break down each step so you can follow along easily. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do. Now, if you want to make things even simpler, I'll also tell you about formation services. These guys can handle a lot of the paperwork for you, saving you time and headaches. So, stick around and let's get your Montana LLC up and running. Essential steps to form your Montana LLC. First up, you need to pick a unique name for your LLC. This is your chance to get creative, but remember, it has to include limited liability company or LLC at the end. You don't want to choose a name that's already taken, so head over to the Montana Secretary of State's website and do a quick search. If you find the perfect name but aren't ready to get registered yet, well, no worries. You can actually reserve it for up to 120 days for just $10. Pretty cool, right? Next, you'll need a registered agent. You might be wondering, what's that? Well, it's basically someone who receives important documents for your LLC. They're like your company's mailbox for legal stuff. In Montana, your registered agent needs to have a physical address in the state and be available during regular business hours. You can be your own registered agent if you live in Montana, or you can hire a service. These services usually cost between $100 and $300 per year. It's not a bad idea to use one, especially if you want to keep your personal address off public records. It's up to you. Now, here's where things get official. You'll need to file your articles of organization. This is the document that officially creates your LLC. This document is like your LLC's birth certificate. It includes all the important info about your business, like its name, purpose, and who's in charge. And the best part, you can do this online through the Montana Secretary of State's ePass portal, and it only costs $35. That's way cheaper than a lot of other states. Now, after you file, you'll get a certificate that proves your LLC exists. It usually takes about 7 to 10 business days, but if you're in a hurry, you can pay a bit extra to speed things up. Now, here's a pro tip, something a lot of people overlook. Even though Montana doesn't require it, you should definitely create an operating agreement. It's like a rule book for your LLC. This document outlines how your LLC will run, who owns what, and how decisions are made. It's super helpful for avoiding disagreements down the road. Plus, some banks might ask for it when you're opening a business account or applying for loans. So it's definitely worth your time. Last but not least, you'll want to get an EIN or an employer identification number. Think of it like a social security number, but for your business. You'll need it for taxes, hiring employees, and opening a business bank account. The good news? It's totally free to get one from the IRS, and you can do it online in just a few minutes. Navigating Montana's LLC requirements like a pro. Let me tell you about some common mistakes people make when setting up their Montana LLC. One big one is choosing a name that's too similar to an existing business. Montana has specific naming guidelines, and if you don't follow them, your application could get rejected. Another issue is not properly designating your registered agents. These might seem like small details, but getting them right can save you a lot of headaches down the road. Lastly, let's talk about keeping your LLC in good standing. In Montana, you'll need to file an annual report. It's due by April 15th each year, and you can submit it online. The filing fee is only $20, which is pretty reasonable. But here's the thing, if you forget to file, you could end up paying extra fees or even lose your LLC status. So make sure to mark that date on your calendar. So there you have it, the key requirements for your Montana LLC. It might seem like a lot, but Once you break it down, it's totally manageable. And remember, if you're feeling overwhelmed, there are services out there that can help you with all of this stuff. They can make sure everything's filed correctly and on time, giving you more time to focus on actually running your business. Maximizing your Montana LLC beyond formation. All right, now that we've got your Montana LLC set up, let's talk about how to really make it work for you. You might be thinking, great, I've got my LLC. Now what? Well, there's actually a lot more to it than just getting those papers filed. I'm going to show you how to maximize your Montana LLC and take it to the next level. First up, let's talk about taxes. This is where Montana really shines for LLC owners. You guys, Montana has no sales tax. That's right, zero. This can be a huge advantage for your business, especially if you're selling products. But it gets even better. Montana's corporate income tax rate is only 6.75%, which is pretty low compared to a lot of other states. Now, here's something cool about LLCs in Montana. They're usually treated as what's called pass-through entities for tax purposes. This means the business income gets reported on your personal tax return. You don't have to deal with double taxation like some other business structures. But here's a pro tip. You can actually choose to have your LLC taxed as a corporation if that works better for your situation. It's all about finding what's best for your specific business. Now, let's talk about licenses and permits for a second. Depending on what kind of business you're running, you might need to get some specific licenses or permits. This can vary a lot based on your industry and location within Montana. The best thing to do is to check with your local government to see what you need. It might seem like a hassle, but trust me, it's way better than getting hit with fines later on. Now, here's something super important that a lot of new LLC owners forget about. You need to keep your personal and business finances separate. I know it might be tempting to just use your personal bank account for everything, but that's a big no-no. Open a separate business bank account and get a business credit card. This isn't just about staying organized. It's about protecting that limited liability status that your LLC gives you. And speaking of staying organized, let me tell you about something that can make your life a whole lot easier. Hiring an accountant. I know, it might seem like an unnecessary expense when you're just getting started, but a good accountant can actually save you money in the long run. They can help you manage your finances, make sure you're complying with all the tax regulations, and even help you find deductions you might have missed. Now, here's the thing about LLCs. They're not just a one and done deal. You need to manage them properly over the long term to really get the benefits. This means staying on top of your annual reports, keeping good records, and making sure you're always in compliance with state regulations. It might seem like a lot of work now, but trust me, it pays off big time in the future. Remember, your Montana LLC is more than just a legal structure. It's a tool that can help your business grow and thrive. By maximizing these benefits and staying on top of the requirements, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. And that's what we're all about, right? Your Montana LLC journey starts now. All right, so you've seen how easy it is to start your Montana LLC. Let's recap the key steps real quick. You'll need to choose a unique name, get a registered agent, file those articles of organization, and set up an operating agreement. And don't forget about getting your EIN and any necessary licenses. It's not as complicated as it sounds, trust me. But I know some of you might still be thinking, this seems like a lot of work. And that's where formation services come in handy. They can take care of all the paperwork and filing for you. It's like having a personal assistant for your LLC setup. And that's the reason why I'm super excited to tell you guys about Busy. These guys are pros at forming LLCs. If you use my link down in the description of this video, you'll get some great deals on their services. They'll handle everything so you can focus on actually running your business. It's a no-brainer. If you want to save time and avoid headaches, form your LLC with Busy today. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.